Hey guys, TGKS Productions. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you about why keeping a daily challenge streak in Red Dead Online is important, and if you plan on playing Red Dead Online, even if it's not regularly, but you plan on playing through the updates, and you plan on buying, the new content released in the updates as well as the drip feed content, why keeping a daily challenge streak is important regarding that. So just to give a little bit of background on the daily challenges. Daily challenges were first introduced to Red Dead Online, or really the Red Dead Online beta, with the update that was released back in February 26 in 2019. They were further, I would say, improved or built upon in the May 14th update, which was the official end of the Red Dead Online beta period and the official beginning of Red Dead Online. Essentially, the updates or the changes they made, they got rid of a number of the daily challenges that were considered, I would say, a little bit too difficult for, when compared to a lot of the other ones for some players to complete. They upped the gold earnings as well for the daily challenges as far as the payouts, since you earn gold with daily challenges. And then they also implemented the streak system into the May 14th Red Dead Online update with the daily challenges. With the September 10th update, which brought the frontier pursuits, in the roles such as the trader, the bounty hunter role, and collector role, they essentially added, originally daily challenges. There was 7 daily challenges, and there still are 7 daily challenges, but they are non-role related. They also, with the September 10th update, the Frontier Pursuits update, they added role-related daily challenges that were, specific to the trader role, bounty hunter role, and collector role, and depending on, whether you were invested in those roles or how far you progressed or had certain upgrades with those roles, you'd be able to complete, certain daily challenges that were related to those roles. And then with the Moonshiner update, our most recent update, they also added a few more daily challenges that are related to that role as well. And similar to the other roles, depending on where you're at with that role and how much you progress through that, you can potentially, complete those daily challenges that are related to the Moonshiner role as well. So many are probably wondering, why should I keep a daily challenge streak? What's the importance of it? Well, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people that have played Red Dead Online fairly consistently ever since daily challenges have been out and know a lot about Red Dead Online, pretty sure they can agree with me that the daily challenges are pretty much the best and most consistent way to earn gold in Red Dead Online. To give an example, daily challenges work on a multiplier, and I'm going to talk about that next. But essentially, there's I would say a good example to sort of compare and contrast this. You have treasure maps in Red Dead Online. Treasure maps, essentially you can unlock one treasure map every 5 levels or character levels you progress through. You can also potentially loot them off of enemies that if you get involved with like an ambush or a hideout, and occasionally Rockstar will give them out. With the treasure maps, typically you could earn, up to, I would say, I think the most I've ever earned on a treasure map was 3 gold bars, which could potentially, depending on what multiplier you're on, with the daily challenge, that could be, 4 to 6, daily challenges worth of gold, maybe even 10 to 12 daily challenges worth of gold, depending on where you're at with your multiplier, which that makes, treasure maps sound like, well, wow, you're earning way more gold with that, what's the importance of daily challenges? Well, again, I said that the daily challenge is the most consistent way to earn gold. Treasure maps, as far as looting them off of enemies, that is fairly rare. Out of the over 100 hideouts I've done and ambushes, or the handful of ambushes I've done, I've probably only gotten maybe 15 to 25, 30 tops treasure maps looted off of enemies. So really, you're only getting treasure maps probably less than 20% of the time, maybe even less than that. And again, you only unlock them every 5 character levels, and that's only one every 5 character levels. And unless you're going up 5 levels every single day, you're not going to be earning a lot of treasure maps. So again, it just sort of, I would say, further supports the idea that daily challenge is really the best way to earn the most amount of gold consistently. Really, any other way you can earn gold in Red Dead Online is either you don't earn as much gold, or it's not as consistent as the daily challenges. So earlier I talked about these daily challenges having a multiplier, and pretty much the multipliers are split into 4 weeks, and essentially the higher the week, the higher the multiplier. So if you look at week 1 here, this is pretty much starting out at the from 0 as far as the streak is concerned. All these multipliers are kept through streaks. So pretty much it's streak day 0. You have no multiplier, so you're pretty much at the bottom here. You were earning 20 gold or 0.20 or 20 gold nuggets per daily challenge. That's each individual daily challenge you complete, whether it's a role related one or a non-role related one. You're earning 20 gold nuggets per challenge, again individually. If you complete all 7 of the non-role related daily challenges, you will earn 0.60 gold or 60 gold nugget bonus for that day. And then hypothetically speaking, if you were to complete all 7 non-role related daily challenges, and if you were invested with all the roles and were able to complete all 12 role challenges or daily challenges related to roles, you could earn 4.4 gold bars for the daily total. If you did that for an entire week, you could earn 30.8 gold bars for the weekly total. Now, week 2, this is after keeping a streak for 1 week. You're on streak day 8 at this point, or working on streak day 8. You have on week 2 a 1.5 times multiplier. At this point, you were earning 0.30 gold or 30 gold nuggets per daily challenge. Again, that's individually. If you were to complete all 7 of the non-role related daily challenges, you're earning for that day a 0.90 or 90 gold nugget bonus. And then again, hypothetically speaking, if you were able to complete all non-role related challenges as well as all role related challenges for that day during that week, you'd earn 6.6 gold bars for the daily total and 42.6 gold bars if you were to do that for that entire week. And then with week 3 here, at this point you have, this is after keeping a streak for 14 days. You're working on your 15th day at this point. You have a 2 times multiplier. At this point you're earning 0.40 or 40 gold nuggets per daily challenge. Again, that's all daily challenges you complete individually. If you complete all 7 of the non-role related ones, you are earning 1.20 gold bars. And then if you were to complete, again, hypothetically speaking, if you completed all 7 non-role related ones as well as all the role related daily challenges, you'd earn 8.8 gold bars for that day. And then if you did that for an entire week, you'd earn 61.6 gold bars for the weekly total. And then at week 4, which is the where the final multiplier takes place, this is after keeping a streak for 21 days. You're working on your 22nd day at this point. You have a 2.5 times multiplier. At this point, you are earning 0.50 or 50 gold nuggets per daily challenge you complete. For completing all 7 non-role related daily challenges, you would earn 1.5 or 1.50 gold bars for that day. And then again, hypothetically speaking, if you were to complete all 7 non-role related daily challenges as well as all role related daily challenges, you would earn 11 gold bars for that day. And if you did that for the entire week, you would earn 77 gold bars. You also earn at the end of the 28th day, you also earn a treasure map as well. So that's also sort of a little bit of an added bonus. Now, all these calculations are taken as of the time I'm recording this video, January 28th, 2020. Of course, Rockstar could, add more roles in the future that may bring even more daily challenges. So, the totals might change in the future. And also, I just thought it would be kind of interesting to add the totals. Of course, completing every, all the daily challenges, every day would be a little bit unrealistic. Not a lot of, really. Not a lot of people are going to have time to do that, but I thought it would just be interesting to sort of add those totals in. Either way, whether Rockstar makes, adds more roles in the future, makes slight changes to these daily challenges, it still won't take away from the importance of keeping a streak for the sake of having the highest multiplier that you can have. Now, keeping a daily challenge streak is both easy and hard at the same time. I'm going to show an example here as far as it being easy. In order to keep a daily challenge streak, you only have to do 1 daily challenge per day. Whether it's a non-role related daily challenge or a role related daily challenge, you only have to do 1. And usually, and I'm going to use more of an example of a non-role related one because I want to make sure this reaches everybody as far as, even if you're a beginner, you're not invested in really any of the roles, you're still going to be able to accomplish this. But as far as you saw right here, I just completed one for visiting a shop in Blackwater. Typically, each day there's going to be at least 1 to 2 daily challenges that you can complete in under 5 minutes. That was an example of one. You'll see another one I have here is visit a shop in Valentine. I figured I'd just quickly do that. I'm on the highest multiplier here, so I am earning 0.50 or 50 gold nuggets per daily challenge. So I just pretty much earned 1 gold bar in under 5 minutes, essentially. But that's how easy it is to keep a streak. There's usually, like I said, there's always usually at least 1 to 2, daily challenges that are really easy to complete each day. and you want to, like I said, focus on, that one or those two, or whichever one's really easy. Typically, a lot of the easy ones that are non-role related, and there's a number of ones that are even really easy that are role related, but again, you have to be invested with those roles. But as far as like non-role related concerned, a lot of the easy ones that are pretty consistent are ones like picking a certain herb or cooking a certain meat, which no matter what level you are in Red Dead Online, you can do. Even if you just stepped into Red Dead Online, you can still do that. So what I recommend doing is, if you're not sure where to find a particular herb, or you're not sure what meat is, maybe directed towards a specific animal, just look it up on YouTube. Pretty much all the daily challenges are documented on YouTube, so I would just sort of home in on those easier ones and just focus on completing that one. Like I said, it should not take you more than 5 to 10 minutes tops. In 10 minutes, I'd say at the very most. You'll probably get to the point where you could get on, complete a daily challenge within 1 minute, and get off. I'm actually going to show you another example here where I actually completed a daily challenge within 1 minute. So right here, this is me actually hitting streak day 28. I had a much higher streak than this in the past. Unfortunately, with the Frontier Pursuits update, Rockstar sort of, there was a bug that unfortunately erased a lot of people's streaks. Mine got erased actually a couple times. At that time, I sort of lost interest and ended up losing the streak by my own fault a few times. But I figured at this point, sort of realizing the importance of the streak, I decided to sort of get back on it. But this is me actually, like I said, I started the streak, I believe, the last day of 2019. That's sort of why it's around January 28th, and I'm on streak day 28. Pretty much the last day of the multiplier. But you'll see here, all I had to do was do 10 vaults on horseback, which is pretty much just jumping over things. Unfortunately, I accidentally ran into that. I was on my last vault too, so I would have been done right there. You'll see, I think it took me about another maybe 10 or 15 seconds to get it, but all I had to do was I was just jumping over this sort of this wooden fence here repeatedly, ended up getting it, and I completed my streak. I mean, I just loaded into Red Dead Online too, so this took me really like a minute to under a minute to do. Very simple. So like I said, and you'll see I got my treasure map there, reached streak day 28. And again, I plan on keeping the streak because I want to keep the multiplier. That's the importance of it. You want to be earning the most amount of gold possible when doing these daily challenges. But again, the reason why I'm showing this is I just want to show you really, how easy some of these are. You'll see here, cook seasoned venison. I talked about how that's a very popular one. Most people probably know venison's from deer, but again, that's also a very easy one. You could just pretty much go to your camp and cook that. You do need some herbs to season it. Again, you can just look those up. But those are, there's a number of very easy ones you can do, day in and day out for these daily challenges to easily, be able to keep your streak. I think that's Rockstar's way of allowing you to easily keep your streak, just by getting on Red Dead Online for a few minutes and doing one of those daily challenges. Now, as I stated, keeping a streak is both easy and hard at the same time. As far as it being difficult, again, if you miss a single day, during your streak period, you automatically go back down to 0 and you lose your multiplier. Similar to if you know about Snapchat streaks, to be honest, Snapchat streaks, because I have some. I found them to be a little bit more forgiving because usually you can be over 24 hours and still keep your streak, when sending those out, whereas with with Red Dead Online, there's a set time that these daily challenges reset, and if you miss that time, you lose your streak and unfortunately have to start back at 0 again. For me, I live in the eastern United States. For me, they reset at 1 a.m. So depending on where you live, you may want to use like a time converter to figure out, in contrast or in comparison to 1 a.m. in the eastern United States, what time that would be for you, depending on where you live. Even a more easier way to figure that out is if you actually go into the menu and go into the Daily Challenges tab, it'll tell you down at the bottom of how much time you have left to complete, until the Daily Challenges reset. And again, if you weren't to complete any, a Daily Challenge at that time, and if you had a streak, you would lose it. But it tells you how much time you have until the Daily Challenges reset. If you do some simple math there, you can pretty much figure out, what time they reset. But the important thing is to be able to, make sure you do them within that time period. Just, have an idea when they reset so I have to do my daily challenge by this time, otherwise my streak will get reset. And as I stated, like I said, the importance of keeping the daily challenge streak is to keep the multiplier. You want to be earning the most amount of gold possible. Because like I said, even if you don't plan on playing Red Dead regularly, but you plan on playing through the updates, you plan on buying content, if you do decide to get on and be like, hey, there's an update coming out, I want to grind a little bit, I want to earn some gold, you'll be earning the gold at the highest or the highest multiplier possible with the daily challenges. So you'll always have that option to be earning the most gold possible. You don't have to necessarily go through all of them every day, but at least you'll have that option to earn, the highest multiplier possible. Again, like for the sake of you being able to, grind for an update, you want to at least be able to have that option. Most items in Red Dead Online can be bought with gold, I would say, with the exception of like certain food items, ammunition. I'd say the most expensive, I guess, items you can't buy with gold in Red Dead Online is the ability cards. I'm pretty sure with the ability cards you can only buy with cash. But just about everything else in Red Dead Online, like weapons, camp upgrades, clothing, have the option to be bought with gold. And actually, more than not, if it has the option to be bought with cash, a lot of times you can have the option to buy it with gold. However, if something is bought with gold, you cannot buy it with cash. So gold is more important overall, and actually Rockstar even even allows you to be able to buy in-game gold. But so that sort of just reinstates the importance of of really gold in Red Dead Online. In any case, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it beneficial. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And as always, have a great day.